welcome to another episode of Peak. Very excited to be back. It's been too long, Christmas break and such. Beside me is my beloved fellow best friend and co-host, JP Noda, 20 pounds lighter. Yeah! And I'm 20 pounds heavier. And our guest today is one of my favorite people, a fellow door girl at the Comedy Store when we worked. Just all around fucking hysterical, all touring everything now. Just a fucking ball-busting good time. Nice round of applause for Carmen Morales.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It's lovely to be here. Thank you.
All right.
It's good to be back.
So before we get into it, I do have to recap with JP. I got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. Thank you very much. My wife bought it for me. Yeah. Hit me like the old school kid on Christmas, like last gift, like, oh, what's this behind the tree? Oh, it's for Frank. And then I almost cried as a 33-year-old.
Well, I mean, that is the nicest thing anyone that could give to a 33-year-old, right?
Yeah,
is a PS5.
Like, yeah!
a distraction, essentially.
Oh, yeah. And JP was just commenting about how I've been very hard to get a hold of.
Oh, yeah. It's a little rough running a podcast and trying to be productive.
What are the games? What are the games that have been the time suck?
Call of Duty, Warzone, Stellaris, which is literally just like
the new one, yeah.
No, that and Stellaris is just like an RTS, like spacefaring video game where you build planets and armies and random it's like Civ 6 but with space, and
it sounded more like Sim City but the universe.
It actually kind of more like is Sim City but the universe with ships and shit, and and you can like talk to aliens,
fight other planets
and like there's like weird little mini quests that like pop up. It's very like a user interface kind of game where there's like multiple screen. I have hardcore ADD, so I love it, and but it is because
you can have multiple projects going at the same time.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I love when a game is considerate like that and you don't have to think linearly, because I'm the same way, dude. I like to have a lot of things going on and a lot of things to tend to, so then it's always interesting and it's always fun.
Not one of those things to tend to is your phone?
Nope.
Yeah. No,
he was busy. He was building a fucking universe, JP. Cut him some slack.
It was like I was Mormon, dog. I was just building the universe I wanted. But no, in the
middle of Pennsylvania for some reason.
It's crazy. But yeah, no, I get sucked into video games hard when I play. Yeah, he knows that about me, and it's like, so like when things are good, not that things are bad, but it's like when I have free time, I'll play and it's bad.
I love that your wife low-key just told you that she needs a break from you by buying you this. She was just like, you know what? Maybe I'll be able to get some of my shit done.
At this point, it was a PS5 or a puppy.
Yeah, she chose it really was. She gave me an ultimatum when it came to like a wedding ring, and I was like, all right, you think you're good? I want a PS5 or a puppy. And that's I got.
And you already got a kitty, so she's like, we got enough things that shit in this house. So
yeah, one of them
PS5 it is.
One of them peed on just in front of me.
On the PS5?
No, I actually Hannah makes fun of me because I put it in my backpack and hide it in the closet, like I'm fucking like I stole it, because I don't want the cats to fucking pee on it or push it off the table.
Wow.
It's your headset
To beseat me, or whatever the word is.
No, I mean, it's your headset.
You had a video game console before this, though, right?
Yeah.
What were you playing before this?
I had a PlayStation 4. It was like playing video games on a brick. And
oh my God.
He even said it, but they would knock shit over. I mean, they knock over our beautiful Puffcos. I lost, God rest in peace, my Ryan Fit piece that got knocked over by my cats. It's so tough because I look at them and they don't know what's going on. They're just being cats, and I just look at them and I'm like, why? I feed you. Why do you do this?
Why do I keep you alive?
Yeah.
Well, then, it's like, I feed you. Why are you doing this to me? And then it's also, why am I keeping you alive if this is what you're going to do to me?
Yeah. And then they cuddle when you're going to bed, and you're like, this is the best thing in the world.
You win.
It's better than a kid.
I mean, yeah, they die sooner.
And then you get another one. My wife's family's very like, they're like, when one of their pets passed away, they're like very mournful, as everyone is. And I'm just like, just time to get a new one, dog. Let's get.
Dude, I think that's some cultural shit, because white people they treat it like it's like a kid.
Well, I mean, like I feel like every dog that
I talk to like my grandparents and be like, compra otro.
My grandfather, I remember.
Just no.
I remember my grandfather, and I think it definitely is a cultural thing, because I remember my grandfather, their dog got hit by a car, and he just took it in the back and shot it. And everyone,
Jesus.
and our whole family has this memory of it, like going to like the blah blah. And I was like, oh shit, like you guys all experienced a traumatic moment together,
Oh, you
and
guys-
they all don't realize it, understand. It was like, yeah, Grandpa killed the dog. That's so crazy that he
Yeah.
just did that. That's not normal.
Yeah, but I also think it's because our generation of people are less likely to have kids, so the pets matter more as well.
Absolutely.
So I think it's generational as well. Yeah, like I think your kitties probably matter more to you than they would have if you were like, you know.
Not me, dog.
Your
I'm a
grandparents.
dog guy at heart, baby. I want a Corey. No, I do love my cats. That was a random ass tangent. I also took a fat dab before this podcast, so I did show up high to work, and
Nice.
we're only gonna get higher. You want to get into this first one?
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
What
sick.
we got?
Let's talk about it.
So you have your choice. We have the beautiful Guardian, the newest model, yeah, in 3D chamber, or we can do. I don't think you've hit this yet. This is the
I have
Proxy.
not. No, I have hit that, but I hit that in the sacred ground.
Yeah.
I do like them both. I've hit a proxy one other time before. Fan.
When it vibrates, it's good to go.
That's my favorite. But I do like the sleek and I like the design, and yeah, I like that it makes it easier for you to travel. I mean, I've been making fun of dabs for years, and they finally made it like not seem like drugs. Now it's like, look it. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's
real-
just a little thing. Come on.
It's real hard to pull out a blowtorch and do dabs in front of your wife who works in rehab. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Frank.
kind of
I have a brilliant idea.
what?
You brought this, Rosin. You break it down.
Oh shit! All right, so this is Sponge by Sour Wavez, our good friend. I got it earlier yesterday, and it was delicious.
What's it taste like, bro?
It tastes like a sativa.
You should.
I've learned
Can you
nothing.
show them on camera what it looks like? It's
yeah.
crazy looking. Because you sent me a video of it. I was like, "What? Are you trying to kill me on? Is this the last podcast
Yeah,
that
man,
I'm
by the
doing
way,
ever?"
people were like, there's like, you know, people send like dick pics on like Instagram. Not me,
You
dog.
send me
I'm sending
your
weed
dab
pics.
pics, yeah, dab
I'm sending
pics.
W pics, baby. It's fucking weed pics.
Yeah. You sent me that, and I was like, "Fuck, dude!" I was like, "Is that a jar of bacon grease? What the fuck is that, dude? You're saving your bacon grease? It was so
Yeah,
much."
yeah. My mom's gonna come to my apartment and be like, "What is this? Why are you
gonna
saving
just start
bacon
cooking
grease?" Would that if you cooked with rosin? Can you? Right? No.
Can you do what with it?
I mean, like if someone put rosin in a bowl of soup or some shit, would that eventually get you high?
Probably not, because it has to like get to a certain temp, like to decarb, because
Yeah.
rosin's THCA still.
Yeah. So
But
eating
I
it
don't know if
wouldn't
it
do
would
anything.
do it like in a soup, but like if you baked it into something, but even then it would need like a fat to bind to, really. So you have to like infuse it butter or something.
So
Or
say you're
oil.
getting off a Delta flight in Texas, and you start to see a bunch of people start to walk towards you pretty quick. You then grab your jar of peanut butter, and then you put it on some toast, and you shove it in your mouth. Are you gonna get high?
Probably not.
Oh, okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Some people do have. There are people who naturally have the ability, like their body will naturally convert THCA into THC, which is what gets you high.
Whoa.
So like those people, if they were to eat it, then yeah, absolutely.
What is it, like a genetic mutation?
I don't
or-
know. I'm not sure
You
what
mean
it
they're
is. It's gotta
fucking
be.
superheroes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that sounds
They
sick
can
to
just
me.
eat nugs and get high.
Dude,
Yeah.
that'd be sick. To just that would be that would. I mean, now I just feel like
Because it's probably like one in like.
Now I'm
I
just
don't know,
mad that
like
I don't have
15
it. If I,
patients.
but then again, I don't know if I do. So
yeah, it is true.
yeah, what if I'm just like sitting on a
Well,
gold
way to
mine on
try.
the inside of my genetics? What,
It's
dude? I could be.
like finding
I could
out
be high right now.
cilantro tastes like soap.
I mean, that's sad.
I know.
That's such a sad mutation. Cilantro is such a delightful
Oh my god.
flavor and fragrance. The fact that that sucks for you sucks for you.
I have a friend, is a comic actually. She loves cilantro. Puts it on everything. Literally asks for a fucking side like dish of cilantro because she loves it so much. And then she recently found out that it like is one of the main reasons why like her like something with her diet. It just she can't break it down or something. She's not supposed to be eating it, and she's like, I fucking love it. She's like, I can't stop eating it.
Wow.
I had a friend who loved
Tragic.
loved microbrews, all that stuff. Found out it was the reason he was having like really bad like intestinal problems because it was something with the wheat and the way they process most beers, and he was like
was
devastated.
yeasty.
Yeah,
He's a gluten guy?
I guess so.
Yeah, it was yeasty.
He's got to go to drinking sours.
Were you a big? Did you get into the drinking scene?
No, I
Were you
mean,
down?
I drank plenty, but I wasn't a beer person. It was just like liquor. It was more for effect. I mean, now I'll be like, sure, throw a fucking zest in there or whatever. No, I'll pay the $15. I'll see what thing you come up with and go, yeah, this doesn't taste like trash. But
Yeah.
usually it was way more for effect.
Yeah.
I was never. I wish I did because comedy. You're in so many fucking breweries and like wineries and all this other shit, and I was just like, this is corny, bro. Where's the real booze?
There's no like getting a box of wine. And you're like, you don't have any vodka in a plastic bottle?
Come on.
Where's that at?
There's got to be a $9 bottle of Pop-Off in here somewhere.
I've always loved I always loved dive bars, and I've always loved shows in like shitty dive bars. Like I know people are always just like the open mics that are in dive bars are the worst. Blah blah. I'm like, no, I love that.
I'd rather have a dive bar show than a dive bar mic.
Of course.
Because then the regulars are jaded as the comedians.
Yeah,
and they don't give a fuck. There's no joy in that building.
No, they're like,
but I love a fight.
Tuesday at 6:30. You're ruining my sad drinking time.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. What are you cock blocking my fucking solitude of sadness that I'm building? But yeah, I do. I love a good dive bar because I like a fight, and that's kind of what a dive bar usually is. You have to convince people that they're cool with the idea of comedy, and then they're cool with you doing comedy. Like it's always a big. That was like one of the things when I started opening for people that were bigger and stuff, where I was like, oh, I don't have to fight. You guys just like comedy?
Oh, you guys want to be here?
You guys want to be here?
Yeah.
I'm not. Normally, we're fighting first, then baby, it's gonna be okay, and then I'll make up to you, and then we'll have a good. Like it was a different arc of an experience.
I feel like it cuts you better as a comic, and it sharpens
To be
your
able to
blade.
do both, yeah. To do
'Cause
both.
There's that learning curve where you see people where you're like, oh, you've never done like a room full of people that want to be here or paid tickets and a babysitter and like 2-drink minimum. Now you got to watch them like.
I feel like that's the old road dog shit used to be like hacky, and you're always doing jokes about like hotel rooms and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I think new road hack is people just that it's just always combative. Like you don't have the ability to connect with people who want to connect with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Where
I
you're
feel like that's a different. Yeah.
You're like, oh, you're paying attention to me now, and I'm going to be vulnerable. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you got to be able to play both. You got to be able to play both sides, because it's not always going to be like that. Sometimes they want you, and then that's nice. Because dude, I opened with like the most. I opened for Maria Bamford, who has the most welcoming audiences you could imagine. So when you're doing that in front of fucking 2,400 people or whatever, you can't be combative just because they're just gonna be confused.
Yeah. They're like,
what? This seems amazing. Why is she upset?
Yeah. They're like, I've never had anyone be upset on stage. This is weird.
This is bizarre. Yeah. So
It is fun opening up for people and stepping into like their worlds and such.
Oh yeah. That's why I never thought it was like, how some people just only work with one person. I always thought it was cooler, first of all, business-wise, because then you're gouging from everybody. Get a little bit over here, a little bit over there. But also just vibe-wise. You know what I'm saying? There's a Venn diagram for two performers. Usually, if they're not so far different, that there's going to be somebody that's like, I like this, but I also kind of like this. This is fun. That's how people. That's how people do it with podcasts. They're like, oh, I like this person. This person was on this thing. I'm going to go listen to the thing that they do. It's the same kind of shit. So I always thought like opening for more people, obviously, and doing your own shit was way more. But I was always like that. Even in high school, like I never hung out with one. I was always, I was the chameleon, bro. I was around everybody's shit.
I was definitely like a social butterfly. I was definitely like in everybody's kind of like orbit. And, I just kind of, you were a sports guy? Did you play?
Football and wrestle.
Yeah, but you still like.
I hung out with the stoners most of the time.
Hell
But I
yeah.
wasn't even I wasn't a stoner yet.
But did you?
I also hung out with them before I did, and I was like, no, guys, that's your thing. I just like it's cool. And then
everyone was just chilling.
It took a fucking
less bullshit.
Do you pay attention to openers when you're a comedy fan, so like when you watch people, you still like openers and like people that aren't like huge headliners.
Yeah, usually, and that's usually like she said, like how you'll find like a new comic. Like the first time I saw Doug Benson, I went to a 420 show in San Francisco. Bert Kreischer did like a daytime show during the day then, and then like was coming out between comics and slamming a beer and a shot and then like walking off stage. But that's the first time I heard of Burt Kreischer.
Yeah.
And then I like looked, I was like, who the fuck is this guy taking his shirt off? Because
Yeah.
he literally came with his shirt on and like between, like literally came out, took the shirt off each time, slammed a beer, slammed a shot, walked off stage between like 5 comics. And that was
MTV
it.
Unplugged, Bert.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
But it's like that, yeah, and that's memorable for sure. And then I definitely went and looked up who the fuck he was.
Well, and also it's nice when, comedians they'll go out on tour to work out their new hour and then bring their buddies with them because they're like, they'll carry the show and they'll still get a good
I
show.
can work
so
and
then
create.
people who are fans could be like, yeah, I saw him working out their hour, but his friend was really funny. Like, I like his friend too.
Yeah, and there's people who were. It's crazy to see like the kinds of comedy fans now because there are people who are like, oh, I just watch on Netflix and hey, I'll go to our local comedy club every Saturday night because blah blah blah. And then there's people who are like, I go to Los Angeles once a week, or like 1 week out of the year because it's my vacation, and I watch all the fucking shows, or I watch the Up Next.
Yeah, that was.
like,
that's crazy. Whenever we were working the door, whenever people would be here, like, I bought tickets to every show here this week. And I was like, Jesus, man, like I do this for a living and I would never spend that much of my time.
Dude, there's 2 guys from fucking San Francisco who I remember I would go up and I met them. They look like fucking they look like the dudes from the Muppets, the 2 angry.
Oh yeah,
old-
yeah.
So, but they,
Dude, yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think I ended up
yes.
in the Bay Area, right?
Yep, they're fucking the sweetest guys. I met them in the Bay Area. Then they came and they apparently go to all the shows. And they came to L.A. and they go to like, bro, I've seen them randomly in other countries, not
It's
countries,
like
random
their
states.
thing.
Yeah, they just love the scene, and that's kind of like I don't know. It's cool to see that it still is. I don't know. You think that the love of comedy would finally like die down. You know what I mean? But
it's died some. Look at everybody's ticket sales.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
I mean, but that was like
it's
a
not
national
thriving
pandemic.
like it was before the
Yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Because,
But I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if there wasn't, but it was like there's still like.
But I think because
Stores still
people
selling out, all
got
that
stuck
stuff.
inside, like they really latched on
Yeah.
to the people that they liked, and they were like, "Oh, well, I can support you directly. Fuck yeah!" And like there was
Yeah.
a lot more of that. I think people became more hardcore fans than casual fans because they got to like party with us more when you have more time.
Yeah.
And working from home or whatever the fuck, or you don't got to go into the office as much, or you weren't working, or you're unemployed. Whatever the situation was, you got to party with comedians way more. So the only thing is that I wish they would buy tickets in advance.
Yeah,
okay?
please buy
'Cause
tickets in advance.
Please, we get it. You don't know if you're gonna want to leave the house that day, but if you buy them in advance, they won't cancel us unnecessarily. So because everybody buys tickets last minute.
They always do. They always do.
So.
Yeah, it is. It was wild to see just kind of how everything fell after
I thought it was kind of nice though because it was and this might be a hot take or a little controversial, but I'm glad it kind of shook the rug out and a lot of people left.
Yeah, I mean, I remember
It was like people that didn't really like it that much anyway. It seemed,
yeah,
So
or
it was like,
weren't-
oh, good.
or-
There's more time for people
Yeah.
that really want to do it.
Yeah, or weren't from California. You know what I mean? Or just
Or whatever. I mean, in whatever
Yeah.
scene. That's what I meant. I don't even just mean here. I just meant in general. I mean, a lot of people did move, which is I get that, but then I think a lot of that whole you don't have to be in a particular place to like create a name for yourself,
Yeah.
especially because that was like the TikTok boom and everything. So I think it was. I don't think it was necessarily bad, because I'm not even talking about the people that moved. I think you could still do whatever the fuck you want.
well,
wherever you are.
definitely it made people kind of like realize like, oh yeah, I could do this somewhere else. Or
See,
where
I
I'm
could
more
live in a
comfortable.
shoebox
Yeah.
and be mad a lot of the time.
I can live in the
I
most
could live in a
widest of
farm
places.
and then be mad that I'm not in LA.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the funniest thing is the people that have moved that are still like mad about LA. I'm like, that's crazy that you live in another place, but you live so rent free here in fucking Los Angeles. That's crazy. That's wild.
Have you had a lot of that? Have you dealt with a lot of that?
No, but there are people who are just like, LA's the worst. I was like, well, yeah, but you moved 2 years ago. How would you still know? You know what I mean? Like, let us suffer in silence.
Yeah, actually, it's actually better since you've been gone.
I've actually seen like 2 people that it was so funny that because you work at the store and you see the people who show up and don't get in or whatever, and and then they leave and they have a whole different narrative of what happened. But I saw like two.
Oh yeah,
people-
the revisionist history.
Yeah,
I love those.
dude, I saw
love
two
the
people-
revisionist history
People be like,
posts.
the store is this and this and this, and it was just kind of like, no, man, I was there.
Not at all. That's
just-
not at all what happened.
You
But
didn't
okay.
do what you needed to do.
Also, you were just disrespectful randomly because somebody didn't know who you were. Like, get out of here, dude. That's also, I mean, that's always been my issue is like, I've done enough hallucinogens that me and my ego are pretty chill, you know? It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have overt narcissism, I guess is what I'll say. And so I never cared about any of that. And whenever people would get up in arms, it's just like, bro, you're assuming that everybody fucks with you. And wow, what a world to live in.
Yeah.
With that, such an assumption.
Yeah, it is, it's always very fun.
Yeah.
We're talking hardcore inside baseball. I'm so sorry.
Let's get out. Let's get out. Let's get out. But people like tea.
But by the way, this is pretty much like literally what happens every time we hang out in Sacred Ground and get high. Sacred Ground, Jesus. I was about to tell them our secret meeting
we talk
spot.
shit.
Yeah. That is fun. Let me load up this next one. Did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
Speaking of video games, I got a Steam Deck, bro.
Really? I was thinking about getting that.
Look at your face.
I was thinking, why are you upset? Why are you upset? I saw that look.
JP, you don't play any video games?
No, he does.
Just
He
Frank
does.
doesn't have a PC.
He does. I don't have a PC, but you can still get a Steam Deck. Do you know what a Steam Deck is?
Yeah, I know what the fuck a Steam Deck is. It's on my
I
wish
like
list.
a tiny
it's on my
PC.
wish list. I can't get a PC because I don't want my cats to be on it.
Well, I mean, it's this big. Like you could bring it on the road, and it's rad, and it's all.
I think that's the big thing too, is because I just want to be able to bring stuff
And you
on
could
the
play
road.
games from different places, and I mean, you could play. You could put all
How
the
do you-
emulators
do you
on and all
like
that shit.
Do you love it?
I've only played like a little bit on it because there's a lot of there's a lot of modifications that are happening to it right now. But yeah, I mean it's sick to play video games on the road where you don't have to carry a fucking huge console.
Yeah, that was. Did you ever bring consoles on the road?
I used to bring my Xbox sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to, but it is such a hassle. And even like the carrying cases that they have. Do you want to do one from one of these?
Yeah.
Even the
I want to do this one because it looks like it's from the 1920s.
I'll do it. I'll do a proxy hit. Yeah, because even like when you did, there was shit like you got to put it in a fucking suitcase. You got to pack.
Well, also you're depending on fucking hotel Wi-Fi, which is
which
the
is the
antithesis of everything.
worst.
It's horrible. And you also got to hook it up, and you don't know if their TV is from 15 or 30 fucking years ago, so you don't even know if there's an HDMI port in the back. So it was always a dice roll. But then what was great is if you were like crashing at a buddy's house or something, you could party. It'd be great.
Yeah. They also had those. You ever see those games cases? Those video Vanguard game cases. It was basically like an LCD screen. It was you put it in this thing and you could play from wherever you were at. It was like a portable station. But the thing
nice.
about it was just the screen wasn't as good and all this stuff. So I think that Steam Deck's really where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, it was expensive as fuck. So yeah.
How much was it?
I got the middle size one. It was like $500.
And then did you get better storage? Because you can buy better external storage now, right?
You just need like a micro SD card.
Yeah. So I think that's what everyone.
Man, this is really getting niche. Either way we go, we're just in the paint, dude. There's none of this.
What video games did you play?
I mean, I play a bunch of them. I love the Ghostbusters game. I don't know if anybody's played that on Epic, where you can be a Ghostbuster or be a ghost.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking sick. I mean, you want to talk about
Nerdy shit?
I mean, yeah, I fucking love it. I love being a ghost and sliming my friends. It's so dope.
Are you a big fan of the Ghostbusters franchise?
I liked it, but I liked the active part of being
better?
being the game. Like I don't own a jumpsuit or anything. I've watched the movies multiple times, but I don't own any I don't got the merch.
You're not
I
doing
enjoy the
cosplay
films.
fucking, Ghostbusters shit?
Yeah. It's not like that's not like I'm one of those chicks that can only come if you call me Zool or something like that.
Hilarious.
It's not like that. But
Hilarious.
I like being bad in a video game, and that's a fun way to be able to be bad.
Yeah. Unless you're playing
What do I
Grand
gotta
Theft Auto
do?
5. Oh, just double tap.
Bro, I don't do dabs. This is exciting. I have to do 2 shows after this.
Do you?
We'll see how good I do. They'll get some
man.
thoughts for sure.
Do you like getting stoned and doing
I like to
stand-up?
write on stage high.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too.
Because I don't write physically at all anymore. It's all riff.
Yeah. I thought of this. I was like, because it was just so high that I'll get so high that I look down at my hands and I was like, these are your father's hands. And I was like, God damn, I'm high. That is a high thought.
Yeah.
Very, very weird thought.
What?
'Cause
I
it's
mean,
not.
you know what I mean?
It's
Those are-
kind of
Frank-
your
Frank,
dad's
those are
hands.
your
It's
hands.
partial, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
they kind of look
how-
like your father. Not your father. I am my. God damn it. You know what I mean?
I
I
think that's where the confusion started.
I think I just had a
Yeah,
heart
I think
attack.
you don't know. That's why I think we were trying to help you
All
out.
right, so I'll do the breakdown.
Do it.
Fine. No, I'm just kidding. I just start screaming. You're like, whoa, why is Dad mad?
Well, Frank's upset.
No. Let me see. I was sent information.
On which one?
So, the lemon butt. Was that what it was called?
You're a lemon butt.
No. It was not called that. It's kind of called pineapple butt melon.
Pineapple butt melon.
This is actually the first time I've had pineapple terps that taste like pineapple. It literally tastes like dull pineapple juice,
Yeah.
like the syrup. It's
That's
kind of
nice.
wild. Yeah, absolutely. And the melon just adds like the sweetness of it. I don't know what the bud is, but I'm in.
I really dug it. It was made by Uplift Your Meds.
Yeah.
No, wait. No, Uplift Your Mind, right?
That's the
That's
jar.
hilarious. Uplift Your Mind.
But
Yeah, yeah.
uplift your meds as well. I would imagine you'd want to do both.
I always love the names of the dudes on Instagram.
Okay, but tell them the information first before we go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, that's all. Listen, I was not good at. I didn't say we were good at our job.
I'm just trying to help you get you on track.
Yeah. We
If
also
there's
showed up a
stuff
little
that you
late
need to
today.
say. I'm trying to
I was
be
also
here so you
super
can
ripped.
say it.
But yeah, no, this was gifted to me by my good friend Masonic. But yeah, it is fucking delicious, dude. It's pineapple butt melon.
BUTT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bouteille. What'd you think?
No, I was saying is you don't get those pineapple terps very often. Like you'll find like sour apple terps or like melon terps, but like that's pineapple.
Or the citrusy ones. They
Yeah,
like
no,
to go
it's
citrus.
far different. It's candied pineapple. It's kind of wild. It literally tastes like the juice inside like a Dole can.
It's nice.
Super unique.
Are you guys big
Curious to see the
pineapple
effect.
fans?
In general, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
3 pineapples on me.
On you right now?
Yeah.
You keep them in your butt?
No, I have tattoos. I have 3 pineapple tattoos.
Oh, gotcha. Do you put pineapple on your pizza?
Oh yeah,
That's disgusting.
I know people think I'm gross, but I love pineapple
is
and ham.
gross.
I love pineapple, bacon, and ham. I've done. This is what I'll do. My order at Domino's is double cheese, double sauce, double pepperoni, double pineapple.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, why are you still eating Domino's, dog?
That's when I'm like, I'm gonna play the PlayStation. Because I'm gross, dog.
Yeah, of all the toppings, the choice is the source.
I'm pretty sure there's a pizza place right next to your house that's open till 3 in the morning.
Which one?
The one that's right in the same parking lot as College Boy.
Wait, what?
Isn't there a pizza place right there? It's open till 3 in the morning usually.
Yeah, like berries or something, I think is what it's called. But I mean, that's not like, it doesn't seem like it's good pizza. Prime pizza is my go-to.
Are you a pineapple guy on the pizza too?
Definitely.
That's disgusting, dude.
Why is that disgusting?
It's gross. It doesn't go good. Like it doesn't like the pineapple doesn't go good with tomato sauce.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you switched up the base, I think it would be fine.
What do you mean?
So what,
What
though?
kind of base?
Actually, pesto
Like
would
a
be fire.
teriyaki
Pesto
base.
would be sick.
Yeah,
Pesto?
A teriyaki base?
Yeah, now we're
Get your teriyaki out of my Italian. What are you talking about?
Get
What
your
are you-
pineapple. What the fuck? You think pineapple's Italian? Get the fuck out of here.
But
That's an
pineapple's
insult
a
to my
fruit.
culture.
Pineapple's a fruit.
The fuck out of here. There's no
Teriyaki's a
pineapple.
whole. I think that's a different language. I'm not guaranteed. I'm not positive, but I feel like teriyaki is. No, am I making this up?
Yeah, of course. But if you're already good, that's a Hawaiian. Isn't that a Hawaiian pizza?
I don't listen.
The
I don't
ham
think.
and so,
I don't
like-
think Hawaiians need to culturally appropriate pineapple. No, I'm just kidding. Frank, just with all the misinformation.
Yeah.
You're like, does Frank think? Anyways, no, it's not gross. Pineapples are delicious.
I disagree.
I mean, you don't like
Write
the
in,
sweet.
you tell
Sweet.
us what
I
you
mean,
think.
it's sweet and salty, right?
Especially if you got like a spicy pie.
Yeah.
Game over.
Ooh, don't. Oh, sweet, salty, spicy.
I think that's a marijuana thing.
Well, I mean, how many slices of pineapple have you ever had? A pineapple and ham?
Yeah, it was gross.
Did you just do it once? Where'd you get it from?
I mean, probably Domino's. Probably.
That's probably why, dog.
No, or maybe it was Pizza Hut. I mean, it's been years.
Yeah.
But it was gross every time.
Well, yeah, because you look
No,
at...
and that's not true because I had one at a fancy joint too because I was like, everybody's always like, well, for the longest time I didn't like sushi. And they're like, you just haven't had sushi from the right place. So then I go to get good fucking sushi and I go, no, I just don't like fish eggs, period. It's not the I think that's it. I paid a little bit of money for the roe. I paid a lot of money for the roe. I don't like the fucking eggs. Sorry. What do you need to see the receipts? Like I've eaten the range. I don't like it. So it's the same shit. I paid too much for fucking pineapple on a pizza as well, and then I still didn't fucking like it. No, but I'm real particular about the sweet. I'm not a big sweet person. I'm a savory bitch, man.
What's your savory?
I'm like a savory. I mean, bro, anything savory, like all the things. That's the whole like heat, not heat. Like I like all of it. I love a salt. Fuck yeah, dude.
These next few shows you got to do are going to be very fun.
I'm just going to assume the audience knows what I'm thinking. That's all. You guys get it, right? And then the next 3 thoughts I don't have to say out loud, but then I'll just say the 4th one and then go, why are you guys looking at me like I'm crazy?
Oh my God. I remember being so high to the point where sometimes you're on stage, you're just like, oh, I'm fucked. And then you're just like, this is going to be the roughest 15 minutes. Or like,
I think that mentality is why we bomb, though.
I mean, have you ever been so high that you're just like, oh, I can't, I don't know how. Like,
I go on stage on mushrooms. Like, it's all fun to
hilarious.
me. That's super fun.
Well, I feel like going on stage on mushroom it's not easier to handle, but you can do it.
It depends on how much mushrooms you ate.
Yeah, I mean, I did it with the Gateway show. That was fun.
I did it with the Gateway show too.
Yeah.
I headlined a motherfucking festival on mushrooms.
Damn, that's
And then
fun.
I told him, I told him, because at some point you always feel compelled to tell them.
Yeah.
I think I told him it was like 35, 40 minutes in, and I only had to do 45, and I was just like, by the way, woo! This is real different on my side.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm also watching myself.
I got 3 monitors going on right now.
I'm sitting next to you.
But yeah, of course I've been too high on stage. But then when I don't assume that it's gonna be horrible, I'm just honest.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking ripped.
Well, I mean, there's times where I'm like ripped and I'll have like a panic attack because sometimes you just get too high and you're like,
see, I don't.
And I've done that on stage where I'm like, it's going good, and then I'm like, oh, you're really high right now, and that voice is louder than all my other jokes or anything, and then I'm like, oh.
It's one of your 3 catchphrases.
I know I have catchphrases.
What's his what's your catchphrase?
I'm so high right now. Pull the string every time.
And what was the other one? My wife.
I hate to break this to you, Frank. I don't think that's yours.
Oh, what? You mean to tell me my wife isn't my catchphrase?
No, it was that dude from God damn it. The guy who got canceled, Try Guys.
Oh, ha ha ha! That was so funny. I didn't know what was going on, and then I opened up Twitter. I was like, "What the hell is going?" People got mad because they did an SNL sketch about it, but I was like, "That's
so
yeah, whatever."
I don't know if people are really mad anymore.
Me neither.
Nah, it's just
so
outrage.
much of this is performative, and it's even that show's gotten boring. It's like I've seen this episode
show has
already.
gotten boring.
We're
arguing.
Are we gonna switch it up now?
By the way, we're arguing over not great sketches. Like we're arguing over.
That's what I'm saying. Like we should be arguing about the integrity of the sketch. Period. Like we could talk about that. Sure. I mean, some sketches are. I mean, there's plenty of good sketches but nobody talks about the good. Nobody wants to gives a shit about the good ones.
Yeah, no one's like, this sketch is amazing. Everyone's like, this sketch was and especially with like SNL, I feel like they got such a big target on their back anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's also unintelligible to be like, good, not good, only options,
and you also,
no discussion.
And you also only have a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I think a solid sketch show should be
What's the show
2
everybody
weeks.
sucks? Like South Park is another example. Not every episode of South Park is good. They had to write that motherfucker in a week too.
Yeah, and
so many of them are good, which is impressive.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. A lot. I mean, the ones that win award. I also think, bro, there's kids who don't watch South Park or haven't watched South Park, but I grew up on that shit, and I think that also affects a lot of people's senses of humor generationally too. We were talking about that, where it's like there's people who remember growing up with Chappelle, the Chappelle Show. There's people who remember growing up with South Park. There's people who remember growing up with In Living Color, all these things.
Sure.
So it's just kind of like, what is going to be this generation's that? I mean, now with YouTube and TikTok and stuff, like,
I mean, probably that. It'll probably be a character that they resonate with or whatever, you know. The
bro,
people
did you see Drewski? I loved him. You know what I mean? They're like a Southern mama.
Maybe,
you know,
but
it's
that's
like,
the only other thing is like with the avalanche of abundance of content, I think it would be harder for people to connect like how our generation was able to connect about things like that.
Yeah.
Where it's not going to be, maybe if it's something huge, like I would say Rick and Morty is huge.
Yeah.
But even that, I don't know that kids are watching that. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like that is one thing that's like, maybe younger people don't understand is like, that's kind of why people give artists that they like more slack when they fuck up, because we have that relationship with them. You know, there's like when, and Chappelle's a good example of that, is like when you grew up with somebody that like resonated with you so hard, for them to be like in trouble for things they say, it would be a difficult thing to swallow. That, wait, what? I learned how to be a person partially from that guy. That guy is not right. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
And that makes a lot of sense too, because like there'll be times where me and my wife talk about comedy stuff or things, and she'll be like, yeah, but can you guarantee that you're not a little biased? And I was like, oh, goddamn, you're right. I was like,
right, but that's what I'm saying, is like it's hard to, and I think without that bias, it's easier to be like, that's wrong, emphatically or not, or whatever that you think that, but without the emotional connection, you don't understand how the difficulty of it, you know? And I feel with the less of that, there's going to be less of an understanding of it as well. It's just going to be, that's going to be our boomer shit.
Yeah.
You know?
You care about stuff, you fucking old person.
No, I just mean you care.
You goddamn boomer. You have empathy? Empathy and nuance? You fucking...
Nuance, yes, but empathy, I feel like younger people are better at than we are. Their go-to is empathy, and that's in the grand scheme of things is good. I think less funny.
I think 100%. I feel like we've had this conversation in the back of the store many a times, but it's also like,
which is a lot of times where these conversations should stay. I think this is the problem too, is like we talk in a safe place with us, which is funny because we make fun of people that like safe spaces, but comedians specifically love a safe space, because a safe space is where you can be really fucked up and nobody thinks you're a monster because it was just the funniest thing you thought of at that moment. So like, that's why I don't give people shit for safe spaces, because I fucking love one.
Yeah, man.
Because then I can say the fucked up thing that I know, there's no hate in my heart. I'm just being a dick in the funniest way possible in this hypothetical situation.
Isn't it always is like and especially in comedy and trying to be like even keel and honest and just kind of like not mince words, is always funny when people are like, "Did you say this about me?" And you're just like, "Yeah." I mean, I wouldn't not say it to you, but yeah.
When that's always the whole thing, is it's if I say it's usually, I genuinely don't think it's wrong. Like if I'm doing a bit, it's different. I'm doing a bit, right? But if I'm saying a thing, it's usually because I think the thing.
Yeah.
Or think a variation of the thing.
But I'm also, I don't know. It's like they're like, I'll never apologize. Like, I can be wrong. I have been.
But that was the whole thing. That was the one thing that I thought that Chappelle taught me. And then I think, and this is also probably a hot take, I guess, I think maybe he forgot his own advice, which was revel in being wrong. And I think a lot of the stuff that he gets in trouble for saying, I think he would not if he took it from the place of being wrong, as opposed to being right all of a sudden. Being right is boring. We all know people that like to be right all the time, and they're fucking boring.
They're the worst.
Being wrong is funny.
Yeah.
So like that. So I revel in being wrong, and I think that's like. That is also something that is being lost, is being stupid on purpose. I love it, especially being abroad. People will just believe that you're fucking dumb when you're pretending to be dumb, and then it's even funnier because then you find out who thinks you're dumb.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Being fake dumb on purpose is the best, and that's like one thing that I think is sad that might go away, is being dumb on purpose.
Yeah, being dumb on purpose is a lot of fun.
Being willfully ignorant. And not a harmful way, but in general,
Aloof. I missed that. Oh shit!
I still do it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'll walk into doors on purpose all the time. What we still got to do? Wait, what? All right, what's our time?
Another dab? Oh no.
20 more minutes? Holy shit. Okay.
Pull it together, motherfucker.
Oh no! This felt like
Let's
two
shots of espresso for everybody.
Two strains.
All right. So what's the next one? Okay.
Some unreleased stuff from Ember Valley.
Ooh.
Some of the red runs.
Did you say unreleased? Are we getting an exclusive right now?
Yeah, somewhat, for sure.
Fancy.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure when they're gonna drop it. Like in the market, it's still at R&D for the most part.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be their red runts.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's real pretty.
Yeah, it is.
And super stinky as
It
well.
looks like sugar cookie butter. Like the sugar cookie, like, dough.
Icing or dough.
The dough.
It
you guys
is.
I know. We're smoking cookies, dude. Not the brand. No. Like actual physical motherfucking cookies.
You like Rocky Road?
This one is
It's
a red runts. It's going to be Red Pop times runts. Red Pop is going to be a strawberry, an unknown strawberry genetic crossed with cookies and cream. So there actually is some cookies in there. When you taste that, the runts and the strawberry are going to be kind of your first taste. It's going to be super berry flavored in the front with just a little bit of that gas. But then you're really going to taste the creaminess and then almost the kind of like cookies chlorophyll flavor from the cookies and cream. That'll kind of be your finishing note on there. Really green flavor. But it starts out with all that kind of, like I said, sweet berry. And that runch just adds a little bit of kick and gas to it.
Nice.
Probably one of my favorites. I'm actually really excited for them to drop their rosin. They've had a couple different strains from them, and they're doing a really good job. Seems like they're picking strains that'll wash really well or like taste really good in extract form.
Were you a big dabber? Did you get into?
Hell no.
So just
I'm
because
old
of
school analog. Set the plant on fire.
I think you smoked Ember Valley in Spain.
I did.
Yeah, that was that pre-roll you guys took to Spain.
What do you mean, JP?
You procured it. You procured it in Spain.
Yeah. I smoked a thumb of marijuana of Ember Valley in Spain. It was pretty cool.
Did you stand up in Spain, or were you just hanging out?
Negative.
I'm thinking of going next.
I highly recommend. I mean, I got to stop telling people to go, so then everybody doesn't go. But I fucking love it there. I love Spain. That's like. Again, I shouldn't say this on the podcast, but that's where I'm going to go hide.
Well, hilarious. Is that your Argentina? Is that?
Yeah, I guess.
What is that? Was it very topical? Did you like that?
Yes.
Good
job.
Thank you very much.
I'm
I
glad you
read
threw
the
a
news.
parade for that one line, buddy. You did real good.
20 minutes of this.
know.
That tasted amazing. I like Ember Valley. They're cool.
Yeah, they're dope. They're out of Shasta, and I've been smoking. I think their flowers since like the first Hall of Flowers. So like, I was still at Apothecarium at the time, so like 4 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. So it's really rad to see where they are now from where they started.
It's cool
I
to
love that. I love watching the growth.
yeah. Brands also can grow and get better and like refine their processing methods, and I think that's what keeps them around, right? That's the good.
Well, they
right?
were a brand that like grew very quickly. They became one of the larger like manufacturers for I would say production and flour. And then as soon as I would say they started seeing issues with quality or any issues they had in production, they like shifted things immediately and started doing R&D batches and started figuring out what was going to kind of keep them doing well. And like it's been very successful, I'd say.
I love that, dude. I think that's another cool thing to like timing wise and seeing like where we were with the entire like cannabis industry, how like we got to watch that entire thing grow and watch part of it get corporatized like we knew it would, and watch part of it like really flourish and like just kind of pushing the evolution of it and all the shit that we can do with it now.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about buying was being able to just see everyone's like innovation for the most part, or just like whatever they're trying, and then like kind of then like seeing everyone follow those footsteps really quickly if it was something good. It's like one of those things like a strain will pop, like for example GMO was kind of like one of the first strains that popped when everyone was starting to wash like ice water hash, or I'm sorry, dabble like full melt, because it started to yield 30%. Like you get more yield out of what you put into it. So now everyone started crossing GMO with all these strains. That's why so many hashes have GMO in them now, because you're just going to get more bang for your buck when you're producing. Tasty.
I think that's also bittersweet though, because if you don't like GMO, it's in fucking
It's in
everything.
everything,
It's in
100%.
everything, and it sucks. I also don't understand why there's like a huge there's like a huge battle in like THC percentages, and like when it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
at the
well,
end of
and
the day,
that's
for the
also,
high, as
like,
far as the high goes.
I'd argue that's what's also been a reason that's caused like a lot of these classic strains to like be completely kicked out of the market. Like purple's like you don't see a Granddaddy Purple anymore.
No, Golden Goat
because
is one of those that I fucking.
They test like 18% THC, so no one fucking wants to buy them. Everyone sees them just like, oh, why would I buy that when there's 30% over here? And
Right.
so like it stopped. It like got rid of a lot of like those classic genetics. It started breeding them into other things, but they disappeared really quickly.
Which is a bummer to me. I think we should still have some sort of like archival like area to store something like this.
Yeah, people have
To
seeds for
always
sure.
have them, because then you can always mix it with something else later if you want to, or figure out a way to fuck with the genetics and the clones to be able to make it a higher percentage THC of the old classics.
Almost like a archival seed bank. Sorry. It's just it's a name.
I
That's
meant
been our
the-
episode, guys. We'll see you. next time. Fuck, dude. No more breaks, dude. We got.
You know me, dog. Yeah, I have like 3 little clones that I'm I'm literally just, I'm not even trying to like do anything with it. I'm literally just growing them just because I want to see what it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then like just take care of it like it's the bonsai tree. But eventually I think I want to do like 1 or 2 plants just like, in the backyard or some shit.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, if
I
you're
mean, why
doing
not?
2, you can just get a little tent.
Yeah,
That'd be
you know what I
best.
mean? I've always wanted to
Control
grow.
more
I've
of
always
the
wanted to do
variables.
it even when I was in high school, but I could never. Cause
I always wanted to like buy a house, and then like not live it, but just like have like a bunch of like lights in all 4 rooms, and then just like, buckets and buckets and buckets of.
I'm like, I just want like, a little plant in the backyard, maybe fill a closet. Carmen's just like, I want to buy 100
I want a
acres.
bunch of Home Depot
I want to rent that bitch out.
buckets where I have a hydroponic
Yeah,
setup.
she's like,
I mean,
I just want a house.
same
in
thing
fucking,
basically. It's the same thing you
I
want.
just want, a 5-bedroom and off Sepulveda, and
I'll live in the guest house in the back.
yeah, I just want to fucking move weight. So funny.
But just like to see,
Yeah.
that's the first
I
floor.
just wanna be a
Second
weed
floor
pen,
is
you know
where
what I
my
just wanna
spores
be-
are.
Yeah. Oh my god. You were one of my favorites to work with at the store and just to be around because you've been
Usually,
a road
because
dog.
I was on mushrooms.
Yeah, and it was just a fun fucking vibe, dog.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is that's the cool thing about microdosing is like if you do it right, you can go to work and not hate the general public, but not
Yeah.
be high. It's nice.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to be like, fuck it, let me see your ID, man.
I remember
Just let me see your welcome to the comedy store. You like comedy? That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
That's
you're
cool.
like, it's fucking sick, dog.
Welcome to the comedy
Do you do you have any like memorable stories of when you were working there?
store. Man, I don't know. It was just like there was that one crazy night where all those celebrities showed up. Remember when Leo showed up in like a disguise?
Yeah, we were both.
We were on shrooms with fucking John Mayer, and then Talib Kweli was there. And
Oh
and
yeah.
it was like crazy because then we walked around, and
I
then it
was
was like,
there.
wait, is that
JP
Paul?
was there
yeah,
too.
Paul Rudd was there. The guy from fucking
I forgot about that night.
dude. That night was so crazy. to
That
me.
night was crazy because I remember Paul Rudd was in the back and he was like, "Hey man, how do I get out of here?" And I had to like show Paul Rudd how to get out of the comedy store. And I remember walking him and his lady back, and he was so fucking sweet. And I just remember in like literally the span of 4 minutes of just like talking to him. By the end of us getting in the parking lot, I was like, "You're the coolest guy I've ever met." And I just remember like, "Hey man,"
I get why everyone loves you.
Yeah, I was just looking.
Now
I was
I
like,
love you too.
I was like, "Hey man, thank you for everything." And he was like, "For what?" I was like, "Just
being you.
being you."
Yeah, not disappointing me in the 4 minutes
exactly.
I met you.
Oh my god. Yeah, Questlove was great. And then god, didn't we? You got to listen to what album did you get
It was
to?
New Black Star.
It was New Black Star. You got to listen to it before
Yeah,
anyone
very
else.
nice.
And I remember we were always listening to it, and my friend showed up, and she was like, "Someone stole my phone," and I was like, "I don't want to deal with this problem right now, but I have to be a good friend." And I was like, "You're making me choose something I don't want to do." Yeah.
I don't want to be a good friend right now. I don't want to.
I want to listen to some music that no one's gonna hear for a while.
There was another night like that when Thundercat was in there, and I heard new Thundercat before it ever
That
came
was
out.
sick, dude. And it was also crazy about the Leo thing because I remember we were working the side thing.
He couldn't get upstairs because he was in disguise. That was the whole thing. He couldn't get upstairs because they didn't fucking know it was Leonardo DiCaprio.
He was in fucking disguise.
Because he was genuinely in disguise.
Yeah, and then I remember they walked into the back main room, and they had to like walk him past us, and then it was so funny. He was like, he's with us, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And but he like stopped in front of me, looked at me, looked me dead in the eyes, and I was just kind of like, all right, okay, cool. Like you're just like weird guy in a fucking like some weird old guy.
Mustache,
Yeah, I was like, all right, and I moved to the side, and then he was like, thank you so much. Like I was like, oh, this guy's making like small talk. This is weird. You know what I mean? And then he like walked to the back, and then they're like, that was Leo in disguise, and I was like, oh, no wonder. I was like, that was like
that was his attempt at being a human being. He must have been like, oh, this is how they talk.
It was. You know what that was? I think for a guy like that. That was his moment to just be a regular person in a sense.
What I just said.
You know what I mean? It really was. Oh, okay, thank you. It was like, but him talking to me because it was like I didn't know who the fuck it was. You know what I mean? I didn't recognize him or anything. So he was like, "Oh, I never get this. I never get this."
Yeah, that was the first because we have plenty of famous people that came to this, but that was the first night where I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now it's like fucking. Well, what's his name? Fucking the guy that dresses up like Michael Jackson now. The child actor that is now a musician, dresses up like Michael Jackson. God damn it. Oh, his name's on the tip of my tongue.
Man, I hope all your listeners are just as upset as you are.
You have no idea what I'm talking about? Oh, my God. He was like, I'm going to release this documentary I've been making on Twitter. And then, like, he had everyone show up. And then it was like, the projector's not working. They've sabotaged us. Corey Holcomb? Not Holcomb. Corey... Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman.
Okay. First of all, you said kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey Feldman's
he was
an
a kid
adult.
actor.
He was a kid actor. He's
older
an adult
than
now.
you.
Yeah. Yes, these are all true.
Yeah.
All right. So we're
go.
less than 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and do our last one, and then we will get.
No, you guys are out of your fucking mind. I'm kidding. I have to do 2 shows. I have to drive up to Irvine
You don't,
and then do a show and then do a set of the. Oh,
more Ember Valley.
Wait, what?
It's more unreleased Ember Valley.
You don't have to do it. We're not here to pressure you or anything.
It's delicious.
You want to tap Bobbin?
Yeah. Do you want to do a dab for me?
All right, give me a second. We're not going to put you on mic, but you can just stand behind her and do a dab.
Do it.
Let me warm this bitch up. Do you want to plug anything while we're setting this up?
CarmenMorales.com for all of your Carmen Morales needs. Follow me on the assorted social media at the Funny Carmen. I have a brand new podcast that's actually going to be released probably right when you guys hear this. It's called Gravy Baby, and it's super rad. It's me and 2 buddies. One of them lives in the woods with goats, and the other one is in the middle. I don't know. I'm too high to describe it.
And the other one's the goat.
Yeah, the other one's the goat. He's the greatest. Drew Morgan, DJ Lewis, and me. And it's super rad. Or listen to my podcast.
Do you like a hot one, or you want to? Oh shit.
Grown ass man dab.
All right. Catch me Instagram, Frank Castillo. Follow this. I mean, you're already watching this. God, I'm an idiot. Follow me on Instagram, Frank Castillo. Yeah, that's about it. I'm always at the Comedy Store.
See us, come see us on tour and
I got
shit.
a new sweatshirt from Bayside. It's great. I love it. Yay.
What's your website?
I don't have a website. I should get a website.
Man, JP, he just passive aggressive the fuck out of you there.
Just
live on the podcast. Where's your podcast? Or where's your website?
Check out my LinkedIn.
You don't have one? Okay.
JP.
I got nothing.
You don't want to tell everyone where you work so they can show up?
I work at a dispensary. Come say hi.
Which one? Just go from dispensary to dispensary and find me. It'll be like Household JP Scavenger.
How fucking funny would it be if you're just at work, some guy's like, JP, and you're like, I found you, and you're like, holy shit.
You find me, I'll give you 30% off your first time.
Oh yeah, you hear that? That's the game. Find JP to get 30% off. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, Puffco. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sour Wavez.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you,
thanks,
Sour
Ember
Waves. Thank you, Ember Valley. Thank you. Oh, shit, we didn't get to it, but we're going to get to it next episode. Thank you, ABX. Yay.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hey, thank you. Hey, go thanks yourself. All right, thank you very much. My name's Frank Castillo. Have a good night.
Fucking pack the dab and didn't even do it.
Did I not do it?
We didn't talk about it.
Where is it? I don't even know where it
You
is.
gave it to him.
Yeah, and he did it. Wait, we were supposed to do the dab, right? And say what it was? Yeah, that's how much time do we have? All right, perfect. Hey. Psych! Well. Frank's 10 dabs in.
Can we pull up his catchphrase?
Can we pull up his website real quick?
I'm high right now. Do you want to?
I'm so high right now.com. I'm so high right now.com.
Do you want to break it down?
This is the apple tarts once again from the homies over Ember Valley. It's gonna be apple fritter and runts. So it's gonna be that apple fritter up front, so that kind of sour apple, almost like apple rind, kind of taste up front, followed by the runts immediately, that kind of sweet, almost creaminess. But then you're really gonna notice the runts and the animal cookies in the apple fritter are gonna be super gassy as you exhale. It's just gonna be gassy.
Oh, that is
Delicious. It's like one of my favorites. The first time I tasted it, I remember my eyes peeled open with how good it was.
Yeah, we're getting fucking food after this. I'm so hungry. All right, perfect. Thank you so
guys.
much. Thank you, Ember Valley. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Puffco. Have a good night.
Bye.